shit. You taking pictures? How you do live? It's on.
Welcome to the Pride Show. Today we are going to discuss bullying in the LGBT community. My name is Lauren Lattimore, and we're going to introduce everyone. Let's start to my right.
I'm Red.
Miranda.
I'm Amber.
Anita.
Shay.
Tonight's topic, like I said, is bullying. First of all, to define the term. Bullying is defined as a form of aggressive behavior which somebody intentionally and repeatedly causes another person injury or discomfort. All right, let's start with a couple points that we have. I guess we're going to start with Red today.
All right. The two modes of bullying are direct or indirect, such as spreading rumors behind someone's back.
All right, so how do we feel about that? You know, since we are in the mode of social media nowadays, there is a way of spreading rumors, and it goes quickly. So I believe that, you know, rumors can come at a bad time for certain people because it does lead to suicidal things because we've seen it in the media. So what do you think, Red?
I agree. Spreading rumors behind someone's back, it is a form of bullying because it's going to get back to the person, and then, it just, you never know what you might say, how it affects somebody.
Right.
So
right.
You just got to be cautious of what you say behind people's back or in front of them. So.
But those people do it on purpose to hurt that person, you know?
Right.
And I think that, of course, makes you lose how you felt about yourself, or you start worrying about everybody instead of yourself.
Yeah. Let's get to the next topic then. Miranda?
There are 4 types of bullying: physical harm, verbal, relational, which is efforts to harm their reputation, and damage to property. And I've seen all 4 before.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never really even experienced none of that or ever really seen it, but I've heard it, you know what I'm saying, and read about it and stuff, but I don't even know how I would actually be able to deal with that. But that's a bit much. Your reputation, we all done been there, so. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. I never really had the experience with the whole. I've experienced more issues with my family, more so than out in the outside world. Honestly, as far as being gay, like nobody ain't really tried to hurt my reputation. I ain't never really. Nobody ain't never. No.
I can't say that I've had that either. Not like directly bashing for being out or whatnot.
Never.
No, I've never had it either.
Well, I've
a lot of younger.
As in my younger years, I do remember that there was, if we look at that, damage to property and physical harm, it's bullying, but you got to realize that we've all been in that mode of where, we might get mad at somebody and we don't know how that's going to affect that person.
So do you consider that bullying in that way? Because if that's just, I'm upset. You know what I'm saying?
But if it's ruining your reputation, you got some pettiness going on, and you might say,
yeah, we might be like, we like, oh, such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
but it ain't.
But that's in the midst of anger, right?
Yeah, but it could be a form of bullying, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you don't know how that's going to affect that person that you're talking about, or how they might feel. They may be feeling down, and you say something or do something, and it could be detrimental to them.
Right.
So, okay. But, I'm going to get to the next topic now. The person being bullied has trouble defending him or herself and does nothing to cause the bullying.
I've seen that before.
You see that in school?
I've grown up with that. Yeah, in school a lot, y'all. I mean, I remember there was this one kid. Even our teachers were bullying him. Oh wow! It was bad. I considered him a friend of mine because nobody else wanted to be his friend. Right. It was bad.
Yeah, that was me. I was like I guess, the protector.
Yeah.
Like, if I
Right.
saw somebody being bullied or whatever, I was the first one to go over there and, you know, say something or whatnot, like, to whoever it was that was bullying them or whatnot. But, I mean, I've been bullied before, too, so
Yeah, me too.
I know how it feels. But at the same time, you know, like, I think being bullied before and then, like, seeing other people being bullied, like, I don't know, it causes, like, a kind of reaction. Like, okay, like, I'm not going to be bullied and let myself be bullied, so I'm not going to let you be bullied either. And so
Right.
it's just kind of a protective type of deal.
Yeah. I know that there was a situation in high school where I was at a basketball game, and it was a group of guys, and they walked in, and they were like, Lauren, come here. And I was there, you thinking, you know, they're being friendly. And it was like, I heard you was gay. And it just hurt me so bad but my friends that were there, they were the protector. Mm-hmm. And they let it be known that you shouldn't do that. And ever since then, it's just kind of, I've been like proactive for, you know, don't pick on people, because even if they're gay, straight, everybody's acceptable to bullying. So it's just not only our community, but we see it more. Mm-hmm. So people who can't defend themselves, you know, we have those protectors, and thank you for being that way, Shay.
No problem.
The Superman.
I try.
And people are only gonna bully people that they can bully. You know what I'm saying? So you're not gonna just randomly walk up to some, you know, they wouldn't walk up to us, any of us, and just be like, oh, you're gay. You know what I'm saying? They pick who they want to bully just because they think they feel like they can get away with it. Until that person shows them otherwise.
It be the quiet ones you gotta watch.
Yeah,
out
it's
for.
them,
Now,
for
that-
real.
I should know.
Get yourself hurt now. That's crazy.
All right.
Yeah. Going to the next one. Mm-hmm. Between 1 and 3 students in the United States say they have been bullied at school, and 4 out of 5 LGBT students reporting experiencing harassment in school based on their appearance or perceived sexual orientation.
I know about that.
Well, talk to us now.
Like, I mean, like, I was, it was like my freshman year in college or whatnot, and, like, I hadn't even come out yet. But, you know, I've always been a tomboy, so, you know, I would dress accordingly. And, like, you know, the girls in my dorm were all like, oh, you know, you gay, oh, we can't be in the suite with a gay girl. And I was like, oh, you got, like, you know, you got a dick between them and all this stuff. And I'm sitting there like, wait, what? Like, I just met y'all. Like, I don't even know y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, bruh, like, I'm not even, like, no, I'm not, you know, whatever. But, like, it was kind of like, okay, so I'm going to be rooming with y'all, and I already see how y'all standpoint is with that. Like, and anybody that I interacted with, like, they had to be gay too or whatever because they were interacting with me. And I'm just like, it's not even like that. Like, it could be people that dress like, you know, like a stud or like, you know, comfortable and all this stuff. And that's just how they dress. It don't mean that they gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't base stuff off of what you see up front.
You can't be judgmental. You right. But as soon as people find out or they see a little bit of whatever, being gay, you know, they automatically just like, oh, I don't want to do this. They don't want to change clothes. I mean, like, even your friends, stuff y'all done did forever. And the moment they find out you gay, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Let me stay away as far as possible, like, because, oh, she gay. You know what I'm saying?
You like me like that.
And I really don't even like you like that now. You know, sometimes it happens. Just start right in the circle. But, you know, people automatically just set forth judgment and just taking it and run with it and not knowing how to make you feel. Then at this point, you want to draw away from these people that you thought you was comfortable around. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be around certain people. Then you want to portray yourself as this person that you're not even comfortable being because of how people came at you. You know what I'm saying? Just the torment behind it. Like,
and their bullying could be curiosity too, because you know
Facts.
people fear what they, you know.
I might have been that person for a while. I might have been that person because I used to just be like, bro, you gay? Anybody? You gay? You nasty?
like,
You gay? The whole time, like, you like girls? And listen here.
Time you like them, you know what I'm saying?
Didn't know
Man, because you ain't get to come out face.
Didn't know it.
Well, I'll be honest, I was that way too. I have friends that I used to say, y'all going to hell.
If you think about it, though,
did.
you think about it. You know, when you were little, your parents be like, you know, if a kid is bullying you or whatever, you know, it's because they like you or whatever. Like, if you think about it in that aspect too, that could be like, I mean, just bouncing off of what y'all saying, that could be the truth too. Yeah. Like, okay, so you doing all this because you like me. Okay, all you gotta do is say that, you know.
Yeah. All right, you ready for the next bullet?
All right. Most bullying happens in middle school.
True.
Definitely. Most of my bullying was in middle school because I was at my biggest, and it was all about me being big, and I took that power away from them by laughing with the jokes. Like, duh, you act like I don't see myself. I know.
Right.
Hit me with something I don't know, you know?
Right.
But I can't say that it didn't really hurt, but I do know I didn't want you to see that it hurt me.
Right.
So that was a
You don't
big
want to
thing for
give
me
that
in
power
middle
to them.
Heck yeah. I'm like,
Yeah. I just think that, you know, with that too, you know, as we go, like we said, you know, bullying leads to curiosity, and it seems like when it was in middle school and then we get to high school, that's when we all kind of felt ourselves and we were understanding, and then that's when everybody kind of came out to open the door of the closet. But we still had the bullying, you know, because it was hard.
Do y'all think being bullied creates a bully of some sort?
In a way.
At some point.
In certain
At some point. Because for some
Yeah.
people, because some people can't stand up for themselves. But at some point, somebody going to be like, look, time out for that.
Time is enough.
And then some people go out and they redirect themselves, and not so much to be a bully. Some people turn it around and use it for the better. You understand, like to be an advocate or something for those who are being bullied. But some people just run with it, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's like somebody getting raped and then they grow up to be a rapist. Like, I might as well do what people did to me type thing. So it definitely happens. Yeah. I think it does. Definitely.
It does. All right. Sure.
All right, so young people perceived as different are often at risk of being bullied.
Yes.
I would agree. Definitely.
Facts.
Anybody that you know you don't really understand, you're 9 times out of 10 you're gonna be, if not asking questions, you're gonna ask questions in a way that would seem harmful to somebody. So
that always got me growing up, like, because in middle school everybody wanted the same thing. You wanted the same shoes. You wanted to be in the same style as everybody. And then high school you struggled so much to be different.
Right.
But you picked on the people that were.
Right.
Like that always blew my mind when I grew up and got to high school.
And I always been light skinned, so people used to just say to me, you know, you're white, but, you know, and that used to bother me, but, you know, I got over it. But that's only, you know what I'm saying, growing up, people just like, you're white, and I didn't understand, you know, because I know I'm black, but, you know.
And then they used to pick on you because you're dark skinned.
Right.
Because I had it picking on me because I'm dark skinned. So
when they pick on me because they just didn't, they think that I'm another ethnicity. And I remember my mama was black and my daddy was black. He might have been light skinned, but yeah, I get that now. So, yep. Come on, Red, let's read the next one.
All right. Gay teens are often subject to such intense bullying that they're unable to receive an adequate education and that can lead the individual to committing suicide.
That's a big deal right now. You have a lot of our trans community that's going through that.
I actually had a family member that committed suicide.
I'm sorry to hear that.
In high school because of being gay and not knowing how to come out. And when he did come out, you know what I'm saying, like, not only did he get bullied at school, and, you know what I'm saying, people tormented him and, you know what I'm saying, disrespected him in so many ways, but he was dealing with it right at home, you know, understand? So, like, it's definitely out, you know what I'm saying? It's true. And in his home with the same people that you know what I'm saying, say they loved him and also bullied him at the same time. In the other room where he took his own life. He hung himself, you know what I'm saying? Because, trying to come out to be gay, and it was not even, you know, it was crazy. It was a big thing, like, so it's.
I don't want to put anybody's name out, but
I'm probably not. But
What school did they go to?
Carver.
We need to talk after.
yeah, we need to talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
Seriously.
I had a cousin who committed suicide as well.
Yeah.
Same
I
way.
don't, to this
In
day,
the
I
house.
don't know the reason. In his house, went to Carver, and, you know,
Hung yourself from the
hung
bed.
himself. And, you know, we were close growing up, and I just wish he would have reached out to me to talk to me, because I could have helped him through anything.
And it was because he was he didn't know how to come out about being gay, and then like before he could even, you know what I'm saying, try to come out, people had already started bashing him. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, so it's definitely it's possible. It's real.
Yes.
It's definitely real.
Got deep.
Yeah.
No, not at
That's why
all.
we need to talk about
It's
this.
just like some
Burning
connections
tears
here
and
that got a little
stuff.
free. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like,
I got a little boosted.
And stuff like
Yeah,
that. But
but
when
seriously,
it's right here, you know, that makes a difference.
Yeah.
I'm serious. My cousin committed suicide, hung himself, same thing you saying.
Wow.
And to this day, I still don't know why. You know what I'm saying? And so we got him.
Mm.
next.
All right, let's go to some.
Violence against the LGBT people can range from bullying in school to workplace harassment to physical violence. Yeah.
Yeah. At my job, we're very diverse. We have all types of people. We have gays, we have lesbians, we have trans, we have white, we have black, and everything. But we had a situation where there was a female stud that looked like a man. And they first got hired and they went in the restroom. And there were some of the older women that worked there, and they went to management. And they were like, this little boy is going into the women's bathroom. And one of them went up to her and said, sir, why are you in here? And she was like, I'm a female. I've always, you know. And she was like, well, I don't feel comfortable that you're in here. And it was a big argument.
Wow.
And it almost got to a point where it was going to be a lawsuit. But they kind of smoothed everything out. But workplace harassment it can go deeper than people really realize, because as gay people, you know, we're going to be out.
Right.
Yeah.
We're going to do what we want to do. We're going to, if we want to snap our fingers, we will. But
For real.
we got to
We should be
realize
able
that
to.
some of the people that are older than us, they don't understand. And some of the younger people don't. But in the workplace, it seems like the older people still don't understand, or they just don't want to get it.
They don't want to understand. But
And just because somebody's gay or lesbian doesn't mean that they want you.
Right.
That just because
please let it be known.
somebody's
That's the
gay,
first
they don't
exception.
want every man.
And that's the first
They
exception.
don't want your children.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Come on.
We start out with dogs first. oh, sorry, y'all. All right. 4 out of 10 LGBT youth say the community in which they live is not accepting of LGBT people. Okay.
The community.
The community that they okay. All right. Help me out. I've been at work for 10 hours.
We got your back.
Just help me out there.
You're confused.
I'm confused sometimes, okay?
Okay.
All right, so 4 out of 10 LGBT youth say that the community in which they live in is not accepting of the LGBT people. That is true.
That is true.
Because we are the most critical people of
To
our own
ourselves.
community.
To ourselves.
Yes.
We are though. We are. We definitely. We are biggest like
And I know I do it too, because you know
competition.
It's like
in
like
our
it took
own-
me a long time to understand why some lesbians are stud on stud. But that's love.
Yeah, it's love. It's love.
That's love. It don't matter what it is.
Right.
Not my thing.
Right. My thing was always
you
why do you need to understand it?
Exactly.
You don't. You need to respect it. This is
Right.
a way of life.
Yes.
It's going to
It's
hit you in
not your
every
business.
angle. You're going to see it everywhere. It is none of your business. Just as if this was a man, you wouldn't be worried.
Right.
So
Right.
don't worry that it's a female.
Right.
Like, in matter of fact, like where we live now is mostly old people, and they all love us. So you know, it's
They be bringing cakes.
when we first moved in, we had people like, "Hey, just wanted to welcome you. Here's some cookies." I was like, "Okay,
You know, you gonna eat everybody.
hey, baby,
Thank you. though.
Thank you."
You won't get me. Not one today. Not today. Not today.
But we are very critical people.
But we
of
do.
ourselves.
We make it hard for ourselves, and we make it hard for others to even be who they are. That's why it's good to, or try. I mean, not even try. Well, I guess try to just be who you are and all that you know. Because when you start being other people, and then you know you got mad people looking up to you, and you don't even be knowing. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta be ourselves because we make it hard. We make it hard for the others to want to come out and be who they want to be and feel free. Because at the same time, we sit here bashing ourselves and putting ourselves down because we don't even know. You know what I'm saying? We so worried about how people gonna perceive us. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Now, it's not easy. This coming out thing and being who you are, it ain't easy.
not.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you got to make the easy part start here in the heart, because it's not easy, but you definitely got to, because we definitely are. We our own enemy.
Like, we're critical of ourselves.
For
and
real.
Then, like, we sit there and be like, oh, you know, this straight person told me this and this straight person said that or whatever. But at the same time, we dealing with people from our own community that's doing the same thing. So it's just like, it doesn't really matter where, like, which side of the fence that you're on or whatever. Like, you still gonna have the same problems. Like, I think that's what a lot of people don't really understand. Like, they're like, oh,
It's
okay,
their bliss.
well, you're just in your little bubble. You all just think that you're just the junk, you know, whatever and all that stuff. But at the same time, like, no,
That's why you said
it's definitely not like that.
So we are the junk. We is it. Okay, so LGBT youth are 2 times more likely as their peers to say they have been physically assaulted as so kicked or being shoved at.
I'm glad.
because I think you see being queer, gay of any kind as a weakness. Like,
Facts.
yeah, so you're not like me. Not to mention probably what's being said at home or about it, maybe not indirectly, because children are sponges, but their parents may see it on TV and say something negative, and the kid was in the other room, and it's like, okay, so I should hate this too.
Right.
And that's where it starts.
That is,
That has a lot to do with. That's just like racist. They come from you just the way you was raised and what you was taught, and you kind of just roll with it. But
even what you were taught in the church.
That too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. It's like they have a license to hate.
right.
I know for me, it took a minute for, like, my church members to accept it. Like, when I first started coming out, like, oh, you got a tie on? Why do you have that? Like, where's your dress? I'm just like, no. Like, nah.
I went straight from heels to the baddest bow tie. It's fine. I am here. Yeah. It was just like that. Like,
I'm to the point. Like, either you gonna accept it
it's
or you
just-
not. Like, that's up to you.
I mean, what
like,
are we even here for? I mean,
I'm the
you know
same
what?
person. I'm
I mean,
just
he said come
dressing
as you
different,
are.
you know?
Exactly.
So I'm just trying to do what he said, do some kind of how.
Right. Come as you
Hey,
are.
I just had the banner seal
who
on.
you
I know
are.
last week, but this is what I feel, and this was.
Right.
Give me the bow tie, please. You know that with the hard bottom. Can I get that? And be in church. and catch the spirit too. And
Exactly.
don't judge me.
We never really had problems in church, Lauren.
No, we never did. Unless it was behind doors, but
Yeah.
but majority.
They ain't say nothing to us.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna call nobody out, but we have a lot of
Undercover.
Undercover.
But you know, that's
Why
should you have to be undercover?
It was a
house
real
of the
brief
Lord?
It's their choice.
because that's a whole nother topic.
Yeah.
We're gonna say that. We're gonna say that.
nother-
That's a whole nother. Because you know what? That's gonna be nice. That's gonna be
But
nice,
see,
y'all.
now, it is a form of bullying.
It
Indirectly from the pulpit.
Yeah.
You know, because what that pastor says, in our community,
church,
that's the law.
But that go back
You
to
know
what
what
we
I'm
just
saying?
said, what you was taught and what you was raised on.
Exactly.
So it could be a form of bullying. But when you
Exactly.
got a pastor standing on the pulpit and they telling you that you are going to hell for
Exactly.
this because he destroyed Solomon and Gomorrah, that's what I'm saying. You can't. So if that's the case, then it's in that book that they got going. That's where the bullying started. Then I'm sorry, he just preaching the word.
Yeah.
And that's deep. But you know.
Because that hurts people too. The church
the
is
church
is
is-
where we're supposed to go.
That's a whole.
And
If
be
you
happy.
brought up
in the
turned our
church.
whole community away from
It does.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I mean, we can't even enjoy a day of being proud of being us at a
Right.
pride event without somebody's church trying to be like, here, let me tell you, let me tell you what the Lord says. I'm like, I don't want to learn it from you,
Right.
because you spewing hate at me. What I'm gonna learn it from you for?
Right.
You bullying at our event. This our
Exactly.
event. Why you
And the last time I went,
Now I know that he said thus says, do thus says the Lord, so you got to go and do, you got to do that. But I mean,
But
it's
you
called
you can't-
respect
you
and it's
can't
called
hurt.
boundaries.
Right.
And a
the
lot
last
of people
time I said
go hate.
Jesus is love.
Exactly.
So why you hating
And
me?
he loves
And it-
all.
Everybody.
But it's a whole. But that's the thing, though, that he is out of love. But in that other book,
But people take
in
context
that
out
other
of-
book, because
they
what
take
they
it the
was
way
taught
they
and
want
what they
to.
was raised, we was taught that we, you know what I'm saying, that we was going to hell for this all our
Yeah,
life.
and you hear
That's
it.
all we know.
Right.
You
And you hear
understand?
it all the
Like,
time.
so you gotta, and then it's like. You got one end, you like, okay, this and no sin is greater than the other. Then some you got over here in this book is telling me I'm going to hell for being gay. So really, does the bullying start there? Because
That's a whole
it's
nother
deep.
topic.
That's what I was trying to
Let's
tell
get
y'all.
to another topic.
It's
Let's go on to the next bullet.
Might
So
have to get a robe for this
Exactly.
topic
You know what I'm
next
saying,
time.
man?
yeah,
I'm
you
gonna
might
get
have
a
to-
robe. Let me talk. Come on, somebody. I'm gonna walk in my collar.
Come on down, you know what I'm saying? Come on down.
Come on down.
You know,
Come
I
on.
respect you. Please respect me.
Come on
Yes.
down.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
I didn't forget which question we
26%.
on.
26%.
I'm trying to
Tell herself.
Oh, God.
trying to tell y'all.
Here we go. Okay, 26% of LGBT youth say their biggest problems are not feeling accepted by their family, trouble at school, bullying, and fear to be out and open.
And we halfway just discussed that.
That.
Just discuss that, man.
But
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
that is true though.
But it do. That's where it starts.
Definitely.
Not even so much as where it start, but they the ones who take it hard before. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else, they the ones who go through the emotions like, and they don't even be knowing how to deal with it. And you kind of gotta. I'm not saying to accept everything that they throw at you, but at the same time, you had a hard time dealing with it yourself. You had a hard time understanding who you were and becoming who you wanted to be and what you felt. That's who you are. So you gotta kind of like. Walk in their shoes a little bit, like if I didn't understand it and I was confused and I know,
And it took you X amount of years.
you know what I'm saying. So I
Then
know,
why not give them
but all the
time?
extra though, because it be them extras, it be them
some extra,
extras,
though.
and then that's when it becomes bullying at some point because it's just like,
Just the
what do I
little things
do
you
to
say.
defend myself at this point? Because
I mean-
it's who I am. Only thing I can do to stop this is to change.
Yeah.
And be who you guys want me to be. That's
You
the
try-
only
and
way
you try
for
to
me
do
to
that,
stop
man.
this.
And you
And
go
you
crazy.
even try. And you
You
try.
try, man. You try with all
But
your
I know
might.
that
You
all of
try.
us have
And then
probably
you're
gone through that
severely
feeling.
Yes.
Have you
And
ever
that's
all
when
gone?
suicide becomes an option.
Even if you,
Yeah.
even if you
But have y'all
out
ever
now,
felt
though,
like y'all just had to be straight? Y'all wanted to like it was like
Yeah.
there was a point where you're like, oh, I'm straight.
have
I gotta
to
be
be
straight. I
Yeah.
gotta be straight.
You're
I gotta
not even
make them
understanding
happy.
yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? And then to have other
Definitely.
people not understand, it's
But at the same time, it's not just the youth though.
It's
Like
not.
that
It's
still
not.
happens today.
Today.
Like I mean,
Exactly.
look, I'm 28 years old. I still go through this. You know what I'm saying? I got family, and every time, like every family function, like okay, I'm gonna need for you to dress accordingly. Like we have such and such a thing going on. Like, why? You, and I was just like, they have an issue
Because
with
they're
me
worried about what
bringing.
other people are going to
Exactly.
And
What,
I
is,
would-
what
look,
other people gonna think?
I'm gonna be comfortable. I'm gonna come to the family. I'm gonna be at the barbecue just along with everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Let me get my plate, boo. You got your plate. Like, you know, I ain't about to sit here and like put on no front for nobody or whatever. Like, you know, family, friends, coworkers, whoever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be me regardless. Like, you gonna deal with it or you not. That's
I
how
might put
feel
on the
about it.
dress one day, but you better know I did it because Amber woke up and put on
wanted
the
to
dress.
put it on.
That's why Amber had on that dress for real.
That'll be that one day that you can.
I just put a
One day.
picture up on Facebook in a dress, and I said, "Good morning." Is that a girl in a dress? Check this out. And I said, "Is that a girl in a dress?" You know what I'm saying? It's all a joke. But if I felt like strutting out that day, because I definitely got, I got myself together. You know what I'm saying? But if that's how I felt, I'm walking in my own truth. I promise you that I'm gonna be me, and that's just.
That's what it's all about. That's all it's about.
Wedding, but she said the position I want you to do, you might have to wear a dress. But she wasn't coming at me like, I don't want you to be yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I wore it. And then at my wedding, she had to be an usher. So
It does.
and she's straight. You know what I'm saying?
And she wore a tux.
She wore a tux. I mean, she wore a button down and
I mean, that's that day.
That's
It's
fine.
all about compromise.
Exactly.
And
That's
yeah,
that
because
day.
long as you just, like you said, she let you know, like, boom. But don't just tell me, like, look, it's either this or that. Nah, because it ain't going to be none of that. I had to put a dress on for my sister wedding and straight it right on down the aisle. Sure did. But, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. It's cool. We know at my wedding, I'm going to be, I don't even know. I might be in a dress and some Chuck Taylors. I'm not sure.
Not with trucks.
I have to at least say I commend any actual youth that know themselves well enough that they want to come out, because that did not happen for me until I was older. And even then, I didn't come out. My mom brought me out. You know what I'm saying? And no, she didn't accept it then. It took a while. And at that point, I know she was worried about what other people were going to think. And now she's like, I wish you would think wrong, because I'll be the first
Right.
one. She
She's
my backbone. She's going to defend me. So it just, I know it takes time, but.
Because people have to realize we have to come out. Our family also has to come out to the situation too. It's two coming out stories.
Yeah.
Because they have to accept it. And you have to give them time to accept it. And even though we might feel bullied by our family member, but sometimes it's like what we said, like in high school, in middle school, they're curious. They need to know what's going on.
Exactly.
They have all these stigmas about gays, with AIDS and STDs and all that stuff.
That's life.
That's life.
That's
But
everybody.
our families, that's their defense mode.
Yeah.
And a lot of them, it takes them 2 weeks. It might take them 3 months, years to
My mother is
understand it.
evangelist, and she, she didn't accept it, and she just let it be known. But I also had to understand, her beliefs and where she come from and what she, and I am her child and all of that stuff. But she has always had my back though, like. And that's what once my mama knew, and she dealt with her hurt, but she had my back. They was a trouble.
Right.
Once they know, it's like, who cares about anybody else?
Right.
And my mama had my back. She wasn't really for it, and you know what I'm saying. But she had my back definitely. She that was that.
That's all that matters.
Yeah, but I had some family members though that be like, with the chitter chat. I came to the cookout with my hair braided straight back, couldn't set it off. Like, I was tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? So they in there like, I don't know how to tell all y'all, and I can't even figure out how to start. So
Right.
this is it.
Y'all gotta figure it out.
Straight backs and cargos.
I'm still trying to figure it out.
What's
I'm gonna tell you.
All
And then,
right.
but once your closest, the people that mean the most to you, once they accept it,
Right.
everybody
It
else
don't matter.
Exactly.
That's where a lot of the hurt comes from. If you have that hurt that your family don't accept it, that means that it feels like you're gonna allow others to do it to you. But once you get, like we said, once our family, our household comes to agreement with it, I don't care what nobody else has to say.
Right.
I didn't get that chance with my mom and dad, but my cousins, he was very smart enough to draw this tattoo right there, and he came back to me on Christmas and was like, I know what that means. And I was like, what you mean? He was like, rainbow. And I was like, yeah, it does. He was like, we already know we need you to bring your boyfriend to a family function. I was like, well, find me one. But once they said that, I was like, oh, okay. As long as my two cousins right there, they got my back, and nobody else in my family, they don't say nothing.
That part.
But yeah, let's go to the next one.
All right, so roughly 73% of LGBT youth say that they are more honest about themselves online than in the real world. That would be true.
I thank God for
And that's
online.
where most bullying also takes
Right,
place.
that's
Because you have more
media.
courage behind that screen.
Yeah.
I can say what I want. I can post the picture of whoever I want.
Right.
And pretend like it's me. You know, I can put a picture up of me and filter that to the okay.
You look godly.
The person would be like, raw.
But you got people like me who gonna take a picture of you and post it on that page.
Is
You
that
posting the
bullying?
pictures on? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. They need to know that you are catfish. I'm sorry.
Well, catfishing.
Yeah, because you just bully. Yeah, hey, it's bullying.
You got my.
You got my attention, and you just bully me into like.
And
And
to
you pull up
loving
and you pull up and you see somebody else.
Come on, that's you bullied me. You won. You won. I lost. That was it.
But it's always. But I'm the same person. I
Nah,
just
bro,
don't look
I
like
don't know who
that.
you are, sis.
I just don't look like.
I'm on my Shakira. You got 2 minutes.
But that's but the courage behind online, it does. It's like kind of like when you're at the club and you're drinking, you get that liquid courage.
Yeah.
But when you get home and you behind that,
You say
you're
what
like,
you want to say. Yeah. You
yeah,
get
I'm
it all out.
5'3", 100 pounds, brown eyes, I got good hair, and then you get up there and you be like, oh, okay, boogie, and then you be like, oh wait, I can't do that, I can't,
Right.
But yeah, that causes a lot of bullying too, because the courage behind lines online will, because you're gonna be like, that ain't that person. They gonna, I'm not gonna try to say they ugly, but they ugly.
Right.
but that causes bullying.
I mean, I think another reason why a lot of people would be like, oh, well, maybe if they came out online and just like got a feel, or maybe like, put little breadcrumbs out there just to see
Exactly,
how people are going to respond.
Yeah.
And then like,
And
okay,
then,
if they get a good response and they can actually like, they feel like maybe,
A whole
okay,
lot better.
I can actually come out and, be who I want to be. But if they get a bad response, they're like, oh, I was just playing around. You know what I'm saying? I ain't really like that.
I do
Somebody
that.
had my page.
Right.
That wasn't me.
That was my
If y'all saw the
cousin.
last post, that wasn't me. I can't even log into my page right now. But somehow I can make this post.
Somebody that hacked my page.
Right.
But I mean, at some point you just gotta be true to yourself and be like, okay, like, cause I mean, at the end of the day, you kind of bullying yourself if you sit there and continue to be somebody that you're not.
Yeah.
And then sit there and be like, oh, you're portraying this one person online or whatnot, but in person, you're like, oh,
Because once a person meets you in person and you've been portraying to be this person that you can't even begin to force yourself to tell this person how they supposed to react. So whatever reaction they give you, you only cause it on yourself.
Right. But like most
What
people
you
that
thought?
do that online will not
Meet up, most of them don't.
yeah.
Most of them
I'll
don't.
disappear
they make
before
up
I
every
meet you.
excuse.
Yeah, they'll
But
block.
on Friday,
they'll block you.
sis pulled up. Like, yeah, she pulled up. Y'all remember that movie? She pulled up. I mean, you know.
Oh,
Some
Janet
people
Jackson.
You don't look like Janet Jackson. Let me take my braids off.
You know what I mean? Crazy.
All
I ain't
right.
gonna lie, I got catfish one time. Me and my cousin, and it wasn't even on Facebook or nothing like that. This was on live links.
Oh Lord. Everybody was
And
catfish.
she told us, and me and my cousin, we go riding over there, and we go all the way to Greensboro to meet this girl. And she told me she looked a certain way, So we pulled up. She came outside. She got halfway to the car, and I pulled off. And you can ask, I ain't lying. You can ask my cousin right to this day, she'll tell you, pulled off.
Backed up.
Don't need to want to see it, bro.
I believe it. I've been in that position.
Been there before.
That's
But my
disrespectful.
homegirl actually saved the day though, because when sis walked outside, she I don't listen. I don't discriminate. But she said on that cheetah print,
That's
cheetah
another
print.
topic, yeah.
I don't know what it was. It was some cloth, and it was cheetah print. And when I realized that was who I was on the phone with, like I was like, oh my god, I was ready to go. And my homegirl was like, nah, bro, she might be cool. But see, I should have known that. I should have listened to myself because that boy fool. She know what I'm talking about.
All right, now that's a whole nother subject. We gotta stay on boobies now.
That's another.
We trying to sound like boobies right now. So.
No, because they bullied us. They bullied us to come right over there. They wanted us to pull off and not be.
They wanted to experience that. They did. Okay, it's
All right, let's go to the
9
next one.
and 10 LGBTU say they are out to their close friends. I don't know. I didn't come out to my close friends first because they was crazy. I didn't know. So
Yeah, of course I was out to my friends first. Well, I wasn't actively in my truth until college, and the people I met in college were the people that introduced me to my first girlfriend. So yeah, y'all know me as out. Nobody
Well,
else does.
Let
But
me
that's
tell you.
college, it was like it was easy to start something new and be somebody that I wanted to be when I was in high school, but I knew better.
Well, I wasn't out to my closest friends. Well, I had one girl that was my best friend in high school, and she just kind of knew it. The reason that I came out the closet is I worked at a place called Old Navy, and our producer was working there, and she brought the LGBT community to me. And they were like, you gay. And I was like, no, y'all going to hell. Every time I saw them, y'all going to hell. I said that every time. And then, like, one time I went to the Odyssey and I walked up to them and I was like, hey, y'all. And they were like, we knew it. I was like, no, I'm just here to visit. And then a visit came to a regulatory thing. So, yeah, so those were my closest LGBT friends. But my straight friends in high school, they didn't know. And I really wasn't out until the 12th grade because I kind of got pushed out because of a situation at the prom. But
I didn't come out to my close friends. Let me say this. I ain't got no close friends like that. Let me say that. I ain't never, I had people that, I would hang with, but I ain't have, friends. I had, one friend as my bestie. Shout out to you, boo. I went out, I came out to my mom first. That was the first person I came out to or whatnot. But, when I did see my bestie, you know what I'm saying, we was chilling in the driveway one day. I was like, yo, bitch, I got this girlfriend, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking to this girl, whatever. And she was like, bitch, you gay? I was like, yeah. She was like, yo, me too. I was like, what? It was crazy, because it was like, I didn't know that she was out, and she didn't know that I was out. But, we both had, girls that we was talking to and all this stuff. But, she had a whole live girlfriend. I was like, I thought something was suspicious about y'all. But I didn't want to say nothing, you know what I'm saying? Because, I ain't going to say that you are when you not, because I've already gotten that, perception of me. So, but that was pretty cool when I found it out. I was like, okay, we be gay together,
all right, I want to go to the next one about the classmates. 64% say they are out to their classmates. Well, I'm not in school, so.
I don't know. I ain't really, but my straight friends was my circle in high school. I didn't come out to them, but I had this whole other circle, and they was. Let me tell you something. Well, them people was off the chain, and I got caught up with them, and they and then I started feeling myself, and I'm like, listen. This isn't bad at all, so I gotta figure out. I'm saying that this isn't bad at all. So I didn't really come out to my classmates, and I don't know about.
I did. I came out to my classmates, but
They
we went on summer break, came back, I ain't had no hair. Wearing men's
She went from a
clothes.
crib ponytail to that.
It is what it is. Hey, let's get it.
This ain't
Did
had
a
no
whole
hair.
transformation. Spring braid.
A whole transformation. All right.
That's what's up.
We got a couple more little bullets, and then we're gonna have some questions. You say you want to go ahead and bounce it around?
75% of the LGBT youth say that most of their peers do not have a problem with their identity as an LGBT.
I believe it because it's so much more prevalent and common nowadays that it's almost a fad.
It is a
Like
fact.
I remember thinking that when I was well into my
Your
feeling
truth.
myself in my truth. I remember thinking, dang, like
Where's everybody at?
you 6 years old and you already a stud, or you
This
6
one's
years
the
old
baby
and you
stud.
already like you can beat your face better than me. Like
baby
it's coming out to where it's going to be so prevalent that it'll be like, okay.
But what's
next?
bad is that it is turning into a fad now.
Exactly.
And like, so a lot of people are not going to start taking us seriously because so many people will just be like, oh, I'm gay today, and then tomorrow, you know, like I got a whole boyfriend, or, you know, oh, I got a whole girlfriend, you know, but, you know, I just hooked up with them for the day, you know, but over here, you know, I got a whole new person that I'm with, you know, like, that's the bad thing. Like, I think that's why a lot of people like higher ups and things like that don't really take us seriously. And then a lot of people, especially regarding like the same-sex marriage and stuff like that, like that's not taken seriously at all.
Because we don't take it. Some of us don't take
like
it
we don't take it like, oh,
Exactly.
I'm just marrying just to marry somebody, you know what I'm
But
saying?
why? Like I never
Exactly.
understood that. Like I just don't get that. It just what could it hurt? We can get divorced.
Right.
Straight people do it.
Right.
Exactly.
Right,
but
but-
and that's another thing. They so against us doing it.
We still
But the Bible says that if y'all get a divorce, that's a sin too.
Yeah.
Like what?
The Bible just say
kinda
be
bad.
confined and whatever you're going through and make it out for real, because you just can't be no fool. I mean, you got to be a fool the whole time to not get divorced. Who does? But you know what though, my mama stuck by that for real, so she really didn't like. So you know, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, you know, that church issue is very sensitive.
When it comes to the whole
It's not a
LGBT
fad.
thing,
I'm not a fad. I'm
Right.
full out lesbo.
This is my life.
so this
Full
is
out
just
lesbo.
In it for life.
Just like I'm black, I am a lesbian.
Exactly.
Like,
and I love
that is who I am. Like,
party. I just think that it was. He couldn't have did it no better than that. I'm trying to tell you. that man made a woman. Boy, he
Yeah,
boy,
he knew what he was doing.
He put trouble.
Another story for another girl.
That's another show.
next one.
Next one.
92% of LGBT youth say they hear negative messages about being LGBT. The top sources are school, the internet, and their peers. I also think another top source is music
Yes.
Oh, that one too.
and
And church.
and
Unfortunately.
social media things. Like y'all remember, and this is what I kind of love because now that I think about it, I don't hear it anymore. But like when something was stupid to you, oh, that's gay. I don't
Yeah,
hear
I
that
know,
no more.
yeah.
Even like it's not right.
I say that. I say that all the time. It's terrible. Okay. Maybe it's just me. My bad.
All right. Only 3/4 of the LGBT youth say they know things will get better. Yep.
At some point.
At some point,
It's gonna
everything
take a
does get
union
better.
though. It's gonna take, you know what I'm saying, dedication and
Well,
you know, patience. It's
yeah.
gonna take all that. 'Cause
I love hearing that because that means that they're not gonna commit suicide.
you gotta
Yeah.
have hope.
Exactly.
You
You
gotta
know what
have
I'm saying?
hope.
It
You gotta
does.
have hope.
It
If you don't got no
does.
hope, you don't got no faith,
Then
you
it
ain't gonna
ends
never
there.
see
Exactly.
you're gonna always just be like, this is the end. But
Yeah,
as long as
because-
it's hope
And you
it's
can't
faith.
go off of what everybody else
Yeah,
thinks
what
of you.
people say.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Yeah,
Right.
you can't think.
Adamant.
No.
And it goes back
Be
to what you were
yourself.
saying, Miranda, how you seeing all these little 6-year-olds and everything, and these younger
Right.
kids. I feel like that makes it, even though we don't understand it, it goes back to where you said we don't have to understand that.
Right. You have to
Because you
got
gotta really have to accept it. I have a friend in Indiana right now that her son is wearing dresses. And they put a picture of it up on Facebook, and her own sister,
shared it.
No, she didn't share it. She was
bashing.
She bashed him. Said, "That's a little boy. Why you got him in the dress?" She was like, "That's my son. I love him, and whatever he wants to do, I'm gonna allow that because he needs to grow, knowing that I accept it."
They don't know gender neutral.
Right.
thing
And
now.
it's just,
That's starting to
but
become
you
more
gotta realize
common.
our generation is going to be that pivotal point to let these younger youth that are struggling with their sexuality, that we're going to allow them to do what they have to do.
Themselves.
And so, and it might take away from that bullying, because your kid might have a best friend that's like, "Oh, that's pretty cool that your mom does that," and they have to explain it to their parent, and it gets their parents to kind of soften up. So
I mean, everybody got there, because here I am, 27, going on 28, and I am a lesbian. But my son can't come home and say he want to wear no dress. I'm not telling you not to be. We're gonna figure this out. But you can't put on a dress yet, son. You got. I'm not going to buy the dress. I'm not doing it. Now I'm not gonna tell him not to. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody.
Hypocritical.
And I just
She just said that too.
yeah.
Oh, you don't have to call me out. You don't have to call me out.
That's the first step.
step,
To
is
understand.
admitting it.
Admit it.
Yeah,
That's the
I
first step.
had already did that, because I'm not going to buy the dress. I mean, if I see a twitch, I'm not gonna be like, well, let me just go get him a dress, and you know what I'm saying.
But
so
if
he
he
can
asked
twitch
for
on.
if he asked for a little Barbie doll, would you do that?
Absolutely not. You're gonna have to go save his money. He better save his allowance money up. Go get him a baby doll. I'm not going to buy the baby doll. Now, what I'm saying is, I have to deal with those issues myself at some point, because that's just. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling y'all the truth. I'm not saying that I'm not gonna accept it, because who am I? I am who I am, so I have to. But I was confused when I jumped out there. You think I'm not gonna be confused when you jumped out there? Boy, here I am trying to be with. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to raise you to be like. You know what I'm saying? Go get her. And you talking about go get you a dress. I'm not doing it. But we talk about it.
Maybe
We'll
he
figure it
want
out.
to go get him.
Maybe you want to go.
And maybe he do, and I gotta learn to accept that, and we're gonna work on that, because I'm gonna love him, and we're gonna be the best at it. When I get to the point that I like you in dresses, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that dress. But right now, son, don't make me go buy you the biggest pair of pants they got. I'm sorry, God.
So if you walked in the house and say you didn't buy him a dress, but let's say you had, but I'm just be truthful, because I was a young boy.
I'm here for it.
But let's say you walked in the house and you had this big nightgown, and he walked in and he was walking
I'm gonna
on
walk
his
back out
tiptoes.
and go smoke me a cigarette. So I can think, and hopefully he be that chick. Oh man, we can sit down. I see you outside. For real, like.
Who could I call?
Like, babe, what am I doing wrong? I'm walking around here with my
You gonna
boxes.
stop
You know
blaming
what I'm saying?
yourself.
I take out the trash. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? We wear nice boxes right here. Take out the trash. You know what I'm saying? Like, I carry the bags.
How our parents felt.
Felt
What
about
did
us.
I
Exactly.
do
And we had to get
wrong?
them time. So
And
they
I'm
gonna
What
give
did
us
I
time.
do wrong to make you the way you are?
Yeah, let's get to some questions, because we're getting to an end of the day. So,
Have you ever been bullied? What did you do about it?
cried. I cried a lot.
I laughed in front of them. I cried a lot at home.
I was
by
bullied
myself.
a little bit, but I was ready to fight.
Yeah,
you know
get
what I'm
it
saying?
poppin'. What's up?
That's how I dealt with it. Let's go on outside.
Yeah, I was the bad guy. I was kind of like a bully, so that's why I kind of just been like, Laying I had this conversation to kind of put in where I was that person. But at the same time, I also dealt with people, saying things to, hurt me. But I was like, what's up?
You put the mirror up.
Let's do it. Yeah. Cause see, when I bully you, I can fight, and then you just bullied me and got beat up. So now I'm show you how to be a bully. You get bullied, you got to be able to get it popping. People is, that's just my outlook on life. Red, they don't need Just don't bother me to read.
If you gonna be a bully,
bother
though,
us.
you need to teach your child how to fight, cause
You gotta know.
Cause it's gonna be the bully that's gonna get the hands beat. You feel me? I'm just saying.
And this is my thing. When we have kids, and if I already told Miranda, or when we have a child, and if our child gets bullied, I already told Miranda, when we go to the school, I don't want to talk to nobody but the other kids' parents. We gonna talk because your kid keep bullying my kids. I'm gonna have a problem with you. Not the child. That's a child. That's your child.
Because they learned it at the home.
They got it from somewhere.
They got it from somewhere, and they probably got it from their parents.
So then when we get it, when I jump on you, then you gonna have to tell your child chill out messing with my child.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you one time, and then the second time we have to talk, we're not talking.
Right.
No conversation.
Right.
I won't be present.
That part.
Exactly.
Man, look, ready to jump kids right now. Picking on my baby. You feel me? Feel like, man, let me go down to this school real quick. They're like, nah, don't do that. No, okay.
Right. If I'm around, you ain't going. How can we provide safe spots for the LGBTQ youth?
By being that safe spot, I think.
Right.
Being that ear.
It's
Be
really
more
just,
inviting.
it's not even a spot to go to, it's somebody to go
somebody.
to because what's going on in there.
Because we had gay
in
mothers
their
and gay
world.
fathers. And
Right.
I remember that.
Be more inviting
Exactly.
and more open-minded.
Exactly. That's it.
More so of adults too, as well as kids, but more so of adults. Because if we feel like we have somebody that we can talk to or like that will advocate for us, then we'll feel more comfortable with actually being open and stop hiding, or holding things internally. And then, then things like suicide or, killing sprees and things like that happen and whatnot,
my safe place was going to other gay kids' parents that were accepting.
Right.
Like, I would go over to Keisha's house, and we would sit there for over hours, and then we go to the club on Saturday. Me and her be taking naps on the couch. And that was my safe spot because that's where I felt comfortable. There were other people's families that were accepting where I couldn't go to my house and just be like, Keisha, come on over here. Ernest, come over here. Let's just turn out and just have fun. I couldn't do that, but I felt comfortable going into other homes that the parents were accepting to it. Right. And that was my safe place. And I want to be that safe place for a youth person that may have that struggle, that may feel bullied or they don't feel loved. Yeah. I would love for somebody to just be like, hey, can I talk to you about my experiences and let me tell you what I did.
Yeah, that's what's going
on. hopefully that could be a safe spot. So, there are people out there, outlets that you can go to and talk. And, before we get off that subject, I believe somebody pulled up the bullying hotline.
Yeah, you got it.
I'll go ahead and read that because we're coming to an end. It's 1-800-829 0067. Again, that's 1-800-829-0067, and that's the bullying hotline. If you ever need to talk, we also have suicide numbers that you can call. You can text. You can Google all those numbers, and there's always somebody out there that can help you.
And you can inbox any of us
Anytime.
Yeah.
The Pride Show.
The Pride Show.
Just like
Inbox
it,
the
share
Pride Show,
it, everything.
individually.
We're there.
We do have an open home.
Yes.
I do mean that. We have an open home to anybody who needs it.
Needs it. You just not need to cry on somebody's shoulder, because I will cry with you. I'm going to tell you. But
The cry, baby.
yeah, so, that's one thing that we can do to provide a safe spot.
That's what we're here for. We're not just here for y'all views and y'all shares.
Right.
We're also here so we can be there for y'all. So that's the main thing. So share. Be a part, make yourself unity, and just hit us up if anybody experiencing those things. And I talk way too much.
We all do.
We all do.
Hit me up.
Anytime.
You need somebody.
3
Hit
o'clock
one
in
of
the
us
morning,
up.
4 o'clock.
If you a regular
Anytime.
female, hit my girlfriend up, and then we gonna talk to her. At 2 o'clock in the morning, I might have to do too much explaining, so hit her up, and we gonna all chat, and we good.
Is your girlfriend a bully?
We need to get on my Facebook names. Oh, Yellow Wellman. Hit me up.
Lovely Jackson, hit me up.
Lauren Christian Clark Lattimore. Hit me up.
The most.
Amber Hall, hit me up.
Anita Harvell, hit me up.
Shay So Fresh Maxwell, hit me up.
Now I got 2 pages. Of course you do. But I get.
All right, I appreciate everybody here. We're gonna give you some information.
Yeah, and then we talked about safe spots. This is one right here where we're sitting. It's Renewal Fellowship, UCC, church, 11 o'clock Sunday mornings. Wednesday night we have Bible study. Well, it's not quite your conventional Bible study, but you'll be surprised at what our Bible study is about. It's more practical. We ain't got much time, but 1350 Jonestown Road, Renewal Fellowship, Pastor Roger Billingsley Hayes.
Right.
And happy belated birthday, Pastor Hayes.
Yes, happy birthday!
Share. The Pride Show. Like us. If you really need any help, we are all here for you. Thank you.
Yes.
See you next
Thank
Thursday.
you, Pride Love One.
Yeah.
Love y'all.
Share.